I didn't expect, it's gonna sound bad. Is this gonna sound bad? Good morning, guys. I am currently putting on a whole theatrical production. He enjoys it. And so yeah, this is how we start most of our mornings. As I'm making my breakfast, I bring his little, what is it, like it's the Ergo baby bouncer, and this man just expects to be entertained. Like he sits there and is like, come on mom, show me your best moves, and I got them. That was not, I cannot even explain how much I can't dance, but he likes it. I just made, oh, we're having a good morning, aren't we? My classic chocolate oatmeal, so good. Yes.
Grab a load, I'm filled with promises. Truth is hard to bear, sometimes I'm told. Hope builds up as
No!
He rolled over twice and they were ready. So if you
Are you kidding me?
No, I'll put him down, but you have to get it so quick.
That's so, this is why.
The first one I thought I caught and I didn't. The second one I just caught the end.
Because obviously, so he's rolled over before, but like every time he gets it, it's a very exciting thing.
And it happened so suddenly.
Man, did you feel like this as a working mom of like missing stuff?
Yes.
Did you ever miss anything?
I remembered Susan called me and said, "We have a tooth, Mommy." And I was like, no. And I was wondering, couldn't it have been there in the morning and I didn't notice? And then what kind of
oh my gosh.
mother am I?
Well, Mom, it was great when we had Aunt Susan. Obviously, at the tail end, we had Granny. Tell them about our evil babysitters.
I didn't think you had evil babysitters.
Mom.
What?
You did. We did. Neil almost, are you kidding me?
Neil almost what?
When I was a baby.
Oh.
How did you forget about that?
I don't know. When you said evil, I thought you meant like abusive or something.
Well, Judy did force me to eat jelly, which is traumatizing on my peanut butter, but anyway.
Yeah, Neil would have been 5 and in kindergarten, which means you would have been 2. And she was to stay home with you in the daytime and get Neil off the bus. Bus waited and nobody there. They got out of the bus. They rang the doorbell, no answer. They took 5-year-old Neil back to the bus depot. They stayed with him and gave him cookies. And the thing was, the babysitter who was home watching you at 2 years old fell asleep.
Yeah.
So I fired her immediately.
Big moment, must be documented. I am leaving the house. I repeat, I have left the house. Every year, this is the hardest decision. I come to Target and it's so hard because, like, for example, I really like this one. It's nice and compact. I like that it has lines on the calendar. I mean, I really use the calendar view, I feel like, the most. Just like the vibe of this one a lot. Like that it's a hardcover too. But then this, oh my gosh, look at it, guys. It's just so beautiful, but does not have lines on the calendar. This is what I got. I know we are taking just one little pit stop before we leave. I'm sorry, but I just really don't know why they even bother making baby clothes with buttons. Like, I always heard that before I had Decker, and I didn't understand. I'm like, what do you mean? It's just buttons. Like, it's not a big deal. It is. When you are changing them a million times a day, when it's the middle of the night, zippers are where it's at. This is just like a nightmare. It's a Hungry Root week. You guys know I am obsessed with Hungry Root. It is the online grocery store / meal delivery service that I've been using for over a year now. I cannot tell you how much I especially loved it, like postpartum in the past couple of months. It has just made our lives so much easier. I am getting to work with them on this video, but I am like a normal paying customer when I'm not working with them, full disclosure. One of the things I love so much about Hungry Root that really sets it apart from pretty much every other meal delivery service I have personally seen or even tried, they actually give you more than the ingredients you need for the meals. So at the beginning of each week, I pick like 4 to 5 different meals. And then, for example, they give for one of my meals, it's like these pitas, but there are more pitas than the meal calls for. So I can use it for lunches throughout the week. And I also love that it's fully customizable. So for example, for me, you guys know, I struggle in the food department. I have a nut allergy. I can't have eggs. I can't have dairy. And all of the meals are fully customized to fit my needs. Like as I'm going and picking out my meals each time, I'm not even seeing any meals that contain nuts or dairy. And you can customize this if you're keto or gluten-free, whatever it might be. And it just makes it so much easier. So I love the fact that it's easy. I love the fact that the meals taste good. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, are you guys ready? These are my meals for the week that I picked out. Like, are these not 5-star meals? Everything hummus chicken pita sandwich, zesty hummus chicken flatbread, sirloin steak fajitas, cilantro lime chicken and veggie fried rice, and garlicky grilled chicken rainbow rice bowl. Like, that is so up my alley, and it just makes it so easy to eat healthy. Like, everything comes in one box. I'm not spending over an hour at the grocery store trying to find the ingredients, trying to find the recipes, trying to come up with the recipes. And honestly, probably the best part is just how little time it takes to make the meals. For example, this chicken has already been cooked. All I have to do is warm it up, and this entire meal from start to finish is going to take me about 10 minutes. We've got a delivery. Oh my gosh. All right, this is the reality of life right now with a baby. And meanwhile, this one's like expecting this to go to him. I'm sorry, buddy, but no, it's like his tail's wagging. To you. You're the chosen one.
Look at this. Nice, healthy food steaming out of the bowl. It's the only way Clancy cooks, so we're just going to have to keep the hungry root coming, I think. 10 out of 10.
We've never had a bad meal yet.
This is really nice.
And you get full control of what meals you want, and you can also take a quiz at the beginning, answering questions like, do you like more Mediterranean dishes, Asian, Italian? Like, you can totally tailor it to your own tastes. And this is seriously going to just like make it so much easier to eat healthy and actually enjoy our dinners in the new year. So I'm going to have a link below as well as a QR code on the screen. The first 100 people who use that link or scan that code will get 40% off your first order. You can use the code ClancyBurke40 when you get to the site. I am telling you guys, this stuff is amazing. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I really hope and I pray that you are having a much better morning than I am right now. And sorry I'm talking kind of low. Decker is taking a rare crib nap right now, which not a shock because sleep was not had last night for any of us. It was literally a mix between a horror movie and a sitcom. Horror movie because we were up, truly, I'm not exaggerating, every single hour. And like when Decker, he sleeps in the bassinet next to us, whenever he like cries to wake up, I don't know what time it is, right? Like when you're asleep, it could be 2 seconds or 2 hours. You have no idea. So my whole routine is I kind of just press my phone and I look and I'm hoping it's going to say like a 4 or 5 or a 6, meaning he's been sleeping in until 4, 5 or 6, which would be phenomenal. He didn't go down until I'd say like close to 11 last night. The first time I pressed, it was like 11:40 and I was just like, what? Next time in the 12s, next time in the 1s. And then the reason it was a sitcom, I need to actually start. I'm doing the podcast with Gaby today and I have to film. Oh, I forgot to put on freaking primer. I'm not used to wearing foundation anymore. I literally don't like it. And I'm almost like trying to like use it up right now. Dang it. I feel like that's disgusting to put on foundation without primer, whatever. It was a sitcom because every time we would go in there and grab him, he would literally immediately fall asleep. Like grab him, pick him up, put him in your arms, and he'd be like this. You'd put him in the bassinet ever so gently. The second he felt himself like truly get in there, it was just not happy. You'd pick him up, you put him in, like it was, oh my goodness. It was honestly like, I have to say, it was really cute. He's not the most like cuddly baby in the world. He's a very like go active baby. Like he likes to always be doing something. He doesn't like to just be like laying there in your arms. So it actually was really sweet, like that he was just falling asleep in my arms. So I did take advantage of that. But also like at certain points, like I had to put him back in the bassinet because it was honestly like, what's the word? Like dangerous. Like the danger is I'm scared I'm going to fall asleep with him, which I would never, like, I'm not going to let that happen. But it did get a little dicey at certain points. Like when we were nursing, like try to peel my eyes open and I try not to bring my phone over when I'm nursing. And I didn't have my Kindle. Yeah, it just was one of those nights. I'm sure you can relate if you are a mom. It's a mix between he really is going through like a 3-month sleep regression and then also no swaddle. The no swaddle is killing us. We're having to transition him out. He's in the Merlin's Magic sleep suit. It's helping, but due to the fact that I'm literally running on like max 3 hours of sleep, it's not great. Am I even running on 3 hours? Like truly we did not sleep. But the show must go on. I have like a big filming day today. I'm trying to get ahead on work because my mom goes back to New York tomorrow. She's been here for the past few days, which really helps just with like being able to get work done. So today we gotta get stuff done before she leaves. There isn't really that much that I personally wouldn't do. Like I was the first to do them. I was all about it. Whew, it has been a day. It is 4 o'clock on the dot. I'm feeling good about like where I am in terms of work because I feel like I've just felt so behind and swamped, and it's weird like where my time isn't my own anymore. Like I wake up and I don't know what my day will have in store in terms of like, will I be able to edit? Will I be able to record? Like, will Decker nap? Will he not? My mom obviously isn't here every day. Like having her here today and being able to knock everything out is such a help. But tomorrow, the next day, you know, this week, that's not going to be the case. And like, it's just a really weird feeling being like there literally just might not be the time for it. And on top of that, one thing I never could have ever anticipated is the guilt I feel when I'm working. Like honestly, right now, picking up the camera and recording when Decker is just downstairs chilling, I feel like a horrible, I don't feel like a horrible mom. That's not the case. I know I'm a good mom, but I feel so bad. Like I literally feel like almost like anxious. Like the time is ticking away. I haven't even been with him today. Like it's like a weird balance to strike. And that's not something I anticipated. I've always, honestly, like in my life, like I was never the type of person who's like, I was born to be a mother. Like I was born to have kids. I've actually always been the opposite where I'm like, I'm career focused. We'll see if I have kids. I've always known I wanted kids, but like I didn't expect, it's going to sound bad. Is this going to sound bad? I didn't expect to love motherhood as much as I have. I mean, that sounds awful, but like I always thought like, okay, yeah, I'll be a mom, but like I'll have my career. And like, that's just not how I've felt. Like I have actually felt like I want to be with Decker like all the time. And career has kind of been like more on the back burner. Like nothing is more important than Decker. Like nothing is more fun to me right now than seeing Decker smile and interact and play and have fun and feed him. Like that to me has been everything. But at the same time, the truth that like I can't always be with him all day. I do have work to get done. Like, and it's just striking this balance that everyone, I feel like every mom has to strike. And by the way, I am so fortunate. Like I'm here and Decker is down there. For example, like my mom always refers to like when she was, you know, a mom when we were young, my brother and I, she was going into Manhattan every day, right? Like all the way into New York City to work. My dad was working. Like we always had babysitters, or later in life we had like my granny and grandpa. And that almost gives me comfort knowing my parents weren't necessarily always available for us. Like, you know, I didn't have a stay-at-home mom as a mom or anything like that. And yet we loved our parents more than anything. And we always appreciated that they did go to work for us. And I never once thought my parents were like bad parents or something. I don't know. I literally just feel so guilty when I'm not with Decker. I also think like the fact that he's downstairs gives a whole new element to it, instead of like if he was like at daycare or something, it'd just be kind of like, I don't want to say be out of sight, out of mind, but one thing I kept running into when I first like went back to work after having Decker, my mom would be here. She'd probably get here around noon and she'd leave at 4, or even sometimes she'd get here like 11 a.m. She'd leave at 4. And I would be like, I didn't get anything done today. Like I blinked and today just passed by. And it's because I wasn't like separating myself. Like I was with my mom and Decker all day. Like I just couldn't help it, right? But the truth is like I have to get work done. Like there are deadlines to get done. There are things to do. And yeah, it's just all about striking a balance. But it's just fun. I just wasn't expecting like to feel this way, honestly. Good morning, guys. I am speaking kind of low. Story of my life. Decker is up in our bedroom still sleeping, and it has to be like open because I don't have a camera in there right now. It's in his nursery, which he doesn't sleep in yet. Which, by the way, when do you transition to the crib? Like, when do most people? I have a feeling we're going to have a restriction with, he's just a bigger baby and he's not going to fit in the bassinet forever. But I like don't know how you possibly make that transition without crying. Like, I want him to sleep next to me like forever. But anyway, last night was so much better. So much better. We're actually feeling like humans. He went down at 10, didn't wake back up until 2. So that's 4 solid hours of sleep, like life-changing. I nursed him, then I pumped until like 3:30, went back to bed. He woke up at 5, but I had a bottle, so Zach gave it to him. And then he woke up again at like 7 and again at 8. And then he just went back down. And I'm just letting him sleep because he wants to. I know eventually like we'll have to try to figure out like different times and sleep routines and all of that. But for now, I just listen to him and let him run the show pretty much. Right now it's the calm before the storm / there could very well be no storm. It's one of those things where I feel like it never actually happens. I can't tell you how many times as a reporter it's this thing called live drive where like you're in the car and you can like see my view in the car, and I'm supposed to be talking about all of the snow we got, and it's literally like rain, and I'm having to turn my hits into like, look at this rain, be careful out there, and it's nothing. Good morning. Yeah. Ma, you wanna say mommy? Mommy. You wanna say it?
Gonna lay here on the grass.
Update. The snow is actually coming down. This actually could amount to something. Zach has a little snow day from work. Decker's ready to party.
Adult snow day. Everybody loves it.
Dad don't mind being gone on an adventure for a while.
Obviously, a snow day calls for baking. I don't make the rules. I'm not gonna lie, these cookies have seen better days. I was doing it really fast because Zach was out shoveling and Decker was out trying to entertain him. This is not, I don't know. It's definitely edible. That's all that matters. Good morning, guys. It is a winter wonderland outside. Like, this never happens, I feel like, for the Cincinnati area, but it is, first of all, it's still coming down. Apparently, we're getting even more today. I mean, let me show you the snow totals out back. I mean, this just, oh my gosh. This is even more than I thought. Asher, how the heck are you gonna go out there and go potty? This is nuts. Oh, his paws are probably so cold. Oh no. Come on, Ash, you got it. Okay, it's noon and it is continuing to snow. Like, it is not stopping. I'm from New York. Obviously, I'm used to snow, but I'm not used to snow here. I've never seen anything like it. I'm pretty sure we almost beat a record for Cincinnati for the amount of snow there is. I'm about to, the noon local 12 news, about to tune into to see like what the heck the deal is with this. And oh my gosh, this is Megan Mangello, who I used to work with. I'm always obsessed with her makeup, is so on point. Not me watching the news and caring more about the makeup of the anchors as opposed to what they're saying. Look, I'm a makeup girly. Like, I pay attention to these things. Meanwhile, it's a nightmare with Asher. He currently has an ear infection. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. Everywhere is closed. The vet has been closed for 3 days because it was the weekend, and now we have the snowstorm, and they're gonna be closed again tomorrow, and like, we need to get him in. We're about to try to give him ear drops though, which is like, it's a nightmare trying to give him these. Asher, sit.
You're okay. You're good. You're okay. Peanut butter. You're okay. Peanut butter.
Nice. Did you get it?
Yeah.
That's so good. For lunch today, I've got a classic snow day staple. We've got beef soup, also some oyster crackers on the side. And Decker has been napping for 2 hours. Like, do I wake him or not? I feel like they say babies aren't supposed to nap for more than 2 hours because then they can confuse their days and nights, but like, I don't know. If he's leaning into this whole snow day thing, he really wants to take advantage and hibernate a bit. Who am I to get in the way of that? So I'm just gonna let the little guy sleep a little bit more. I'm so sad because I got a stain. Where is it? I mean, you can't miss it. On my aloe shirt that I've been trying like all day on and off to get out. I think I'm gonna call it. I think it's ruined, and that is so upsetting. Like, this is not an inexpensive sweatshirt at all, and that is why I go so back and forth on expensive pieces versus just like cheap ones, because I really like, I want to get into not buying like a million things. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like when I was in like college, it was like just like a million cheap things from like Forever 21, and I don't want that. Like, I don't need a million pieces of clothing. I just want like some great staples. But then what do you do when that great staple gets ruined? What do you do when it gets ruined like a month after you got it? Like, I am not well right now. I just noticed we have ripe bananas. It's a snow day. We gotta make something. Right now I'm pumping because, one, am I not? I have an audience of one staring up at me in his bassinet who's supposed to be asleep. Last night was one for the history books in terms of how little sleep can two parents get. It was. But the best part is, like, he's just smiling right now, like, so happy about what he did. That was not good, Decker. You can't even stay mad at him. Yeah, it's just like up every hour, on the hour. All right, guys, fashionista Zach, he's about to go to a doctor's appointment, but are you ready to see the new pants he got? Are you ready to show them?
On my lips, I just put Aquaphor on. I probably look like a freak.
I wear it every day, like every
Well, yeah,
second.
you look like a freak. So.
Dun 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 dun. They're from Lululemon. Step back a little bit so we can get the full picture. He's trying to lean into his Joe Burrow fashionista era, he said.
So, one, I was a little worried by them. We're test running them today. But two, my other problem is most of the jeans I have, I guess like slim fit is kind of out these days. And I'm fatter, so they're like even extra slim, which isn't a good look. So I've got to try to like find some new options, it seems, Deck.
Is slim fit out these days?
That's what it seems, Decker.
Who said that?
Look at anything, like, it's obvious.
Oh yeah, it's just so obvious.
Decky. No slim.
No sleep is what he said last night. The sick joke about having a baby who doesn't really sleep, by the way, during the night. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna take him, I'm gonna get him changed, get him all ready for the day. He's gonna fall asleep in my arms, and he's gonna have a wonderful slumber while obviously I have to stay awake. Going in your chair, arm in. Thank you very much. All aboard. All aboard. Boop. Thank you for being so good. Ever since having Decker, I've been leaning into skincare like I never have before because obviously I don't really wear a lot of makeup anymore, and the best feeling ever is feeling like you don't need to wear makeup. Like, obviously no one needs to wear makeup, you know, but like feeling like it yourself, like, you know what I mean? Like, where you just feel happy and confident and good, and I feel like the skin is one of the keys for that. Another day, another sweat set, although my big thing, I'm like not as into the matching sweat sets these days. Like, I like mixing and matching. So this is Lulu's, this is Z Supply, this is my cute dog. In honor of the fact that we still have so much snow outside, obviously I had to bake a little something. I just cannot be stopped. If it's snowing or if it's like below 40 degrees, just the vibes are there. So we've got muffins and milk for our nice day off. Although a day off, yet Zach sold a house today. Grinding even on your days off.
Good. Better than not. So. What's up, big boy?
You prefer to sell instead of not sell?
Yeah. Decker sold it.
Whenever Zach feels uncomfortable in videos, you do this with
not
Asher.
Uncomfortable.
You do this with Asher too. You're like, look at Asher. You like try to like divert.
There's nothing. I sold a house. It's snowy, and there's muffins.
But I think I'm going to end the vlog here because we're pretty much just chilling. We're actually watching The Greatest Showman, which is like my comfort movie. I'm obsessed, and I like to watch it like, I don't know, minimum once a month. I'm the type of person, I'm not a very active movie watcher, but just having it on in the background maximizes my happiness by approximately 16%. Oh, I think Decker's in the mood for his milk and I'm in the mood for my muffin. So I'm gonna go. I'll once again have that link for Hungry Root below if you guys want to give it a try, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye.